So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Beckenbauer gets it away. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And that is a little undercooked. Rodri. Oh, and he's through the middle. David Villa. Not the most accurate pass. That's a little off target. Tries a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Kvaratskhelia clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Camavinga with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he thumps it clear. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Figo. He is through here. Inter Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Mbappe touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
To Nielsen. He rises! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Mbappe!
Oh, great feat, that.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's shifting through the... Neymar! It's run... David Villa! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Villa really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's picked out the run. No, that's been intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Camavinga. Spread neatly. He's got away.
That's good play from him.
Oh, such a clever touch. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Great chance! Goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room...
And the whistle goes for half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Hello everybody, and quick announcement.
So your views on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Inter Milan come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. And we are back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your...
Hits one! He's got a goal! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Bernardo Silva very cleverly provided the return ball there, and it made all the difference in the creation of that goal. I don't want to take anything away from the finish, but the pass was really key.
And now he has two. Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And here's Mbappe. Great hit! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
Inter clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
Was 80,314.
Inter Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Bernardo Silva does really well to win the ball there. Yeah, he's fouled him there. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Well, this looks promising in terms of Guardiola! He's tried one! And the keeper read that really well.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Maradona. So what can they make of this? David Villa is offering some sort of an apology there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
He's dealt with that really well.
Substitution.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Danielson. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It'll be a throw-in.
Substitution in progress.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
This man very much flavour of the month. Valverde. David Villa! And the keeper threw out a limb. Corner number 2 then. And Dijk is there and he can get that clear. 5 minutes to add. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Busquets. And he's intervened well there.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Figo. And he skips past his man. Oh, that's fabulous. Header! And somehow he kept it out. And that is that. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is... And the shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Argentina finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Now it's Eto'o. Cruyff. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, it's come loose. Inter Milan do have a chance to counter here.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
And the shot! Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
He gets big! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. The action has already started. Ljungberg is sporting a guilty look. Neymar! And he has kept it out somehow.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Hernandez. And here's Messi. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Oh, smashing header! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Hernandez. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That pass has been well intercepted. And now they can clear their lines. Ljungberg, he has found the way through.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he
Modric! That's a half-decent try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Neymar. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party shapes to shoot! He scores! They have come roaring back!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Vardiol did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that has left him in a heap. Ljungberg. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Hernandez. Now it's Pedri. And the whistle goes for half-time. Inter Milan head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Reflections on the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. No changes at the interval from either side. Out of play for a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's really well manoeuvred. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Gets his pass away. Now it's Pedri. Neymar. Neymar!
The attendance for this
Just
match
about
was
up to the hour now.
72,306.
Davids cuts it out. Now that's well seen too. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
He's tried one! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, that is a... He's had a hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 17, Son Heung-min. Number 4, Pedri.
Cut it out.
Coming on the field.
Busquets.
Number 9,
Inter
Mbappe.
Milan still have
Number
the cards
7,
to affect this game.
Rafael van der Vaart.
It's
Substitution
gone
in
out for a
progress.
throw-in. Bernardo Silva. And he welcomes it in. Davids gets across to intercept that. And that is a little undercooked. Played back in.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That is good alertness. And it's Belletti.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
They've won a corner. Barcelona have their third corner. Belletti. He's having a go! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Still anyone's game this, one moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well
2
stopped.
added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And he's intervened well there. And there goes the final whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. So what do you take away from it? Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. Nedved is onto this. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
So what can they conjure from this one? Oh, he's hit the bar! And that's caused a worry or two.
Oh, that look of disbelief.
Platini. Oh, super find. He has found the way through. He's got the shot away! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Played with finesse. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Platini could try cutting inside here. Cannavaro cuts it out. Figo. Inter Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Busquets. Camavinga. Now Di Marco. That's Busquets. And the pass is intercepted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. That is good alertness. Busquets. He's in space and looking for options. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! Goal! Inter! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter.
And Batistuta!
Inter can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Now it's Mbappe. He's onside. Oh, shooting chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Deftly away. And now a sudden chance to counter.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found a way through. He's had a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
This possibly the last play of the half.
Well,
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. See, views on the first half?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point, but that is unlikely to change. Inter Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitution in progress.
And the action is back underway. Inter Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Oh, what a decent hit! There it is! AC Milan are all square.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Milan grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides and with such great individual...
Real chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rummenigge, he's shifting through... Rummenigge! And he comes up trumps again. Camavinga. Thuram does well to get it back. Di Marco. Camavinga. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
And now the finish! Distributed tidily. Well, what about it? Inter Milan certainly weren't expecting this.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was...
And the finish! Bernardo Silva is there to clear. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Bernardo Silva. Figo. Spread neatly.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Inter showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the catch.
Shot a goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a good run down the right.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's good defending, very good defending.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Keeper sees it all the way. And we're done. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Neuer picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So there it is. What struck you? Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Musiala, Messi, and he's intervened well there. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. He's gone for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. It's Figo. Costa Curta can get it clear. Shevchenko. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, easy pickings there. Denilson, he's shifting through the gears here. Deftly away. Hernandez. Cleared away. Corner it is. And we have our very first corner. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Gavi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Hernandez. And it's Messi. Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Musiala. Shevchenko.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gavi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Musiala. Hernandez. Camavinga. Gavi. Mbappe. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless.
We would like to ask you all to
Reflections on the first half?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't...
And Shevchenko! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Great ball if he can get there. He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot! They've scored! The second half sparked straight into life. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
953.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Works it forward. And that has put paid to that. Vigo. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That looks a good ball through. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Substitution for Inter, number 20.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Vigo.
Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Substitution in progress.
No way through. Hernandez gets it clear. Back into the middle. Now it's Messi. Hernandez getting this one clear.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He's had a hit! It's a goal! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Messi really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Musiala.
There will be 3 minutes.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Gavi. Alexander-Arnold. To Danielson. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Decent hit! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Can he latch on to this? He's found a way through. Cleared away. And here's a chance. Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Busquets kept... Oh no, what has happened here? Fake real chance! It's there! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
So, a breakthrough already. Danielson. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's there to get it away. Great defending, strong and determined. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Nunez. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And the pass is intercepted, and it's Lampard. Inter Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Camavinga stood up well to him there. Danielson. And they've got rid. And that is out of play. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Great ball if he can get there. Has a go! They've done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
There will be 1 minute
Oh, look,
at a
Peter,
time.
I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. So we're into the second 45.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
That has been cut short. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Figo. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And it's Lampard. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Plenty to aim at. Now the finish! And that would have been some goal.
On the threshold of perfection, just not this time.
Roberto Baggio.
The attendance for this match was 81,007.
And it's Lampard. It's Kimmich. Now it's Darwin. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Kimmich given the lift of his goal. Shot at goal! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
And we have our very first corner. Moved on forwards. Ribéry. Van der Ven gets over and intercepts. Adams. Camavinga. Oh, good-looking ball. And he's managed to get free. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Inter merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
And claimed it back swiftly. Nunez is flagged offside.
Substitution for Inter, number 20.
So, time for changes on
Coming
both
on to
sides,
replace
actually.
him is number 13, Filippo Inzaghi.
And
Substitution
he's gone
in
looking
progress.
for safety. Kluivert. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Can he get onto this? Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
He's picked his way through.
There will be 1 minute
Really has the
time.
confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner.
And that will be it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Inter certainly had some good
Hello,
moments,
everybody.
Peter.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. And already we're underway here. Shot could be on. Shot a goal! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. It's Eto'o! He's got a goal! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Heracles are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
No, that's been intercepted. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ribery. Half an hour played now. And here's Ribery. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. Neymar. Lovely bit of skill. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Showing good feet. Busquets did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rummenigge. Danielson, he's got away. In with a header. That's a decent clearance. And again, it's anyone's ball now. Rummenigge. And the first half is done. How would you review the first half?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations. Substitution in progress.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Neymar! well and truly out of sight. And the lead is extended still further. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
A case now of complete control. Ribery really struggling to influence the game. Goes in for the header! He scores! An act of charity gratefully received.
The attendance for this
So,
match
just a
was
consolation, or is there a way
80,953.
back from here? That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance! It's there! That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So now the difference is 3. And Ribery! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best. Thuram tries making a foray down the right. 75 minutes played. Nice ball, and he might be in here.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's picked his way through. And it's hoisted clear. Eto. Rummenigge. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He is through here. Oh, important interception. Ribery.
3 minutes at a time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And there's green grass ahead of him. Now it's Totti. Totti! The whistle has gone and it is all over. Inter Milan have very little in the way of excuses here. Simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Inter desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And already we're underway here. Oh, it's just a little long. And he's there to belt it away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That pass has been well intercepted. Romario. Real chance! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Bellingham with the delivery. And a header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Cristiano Ronaldo certainly could have and should have made more of that.
And he's there to retrieve it. Short changes him with that pass. Bellingham. And it's Figo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's gone backward here. Camavinga!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Half an hour played now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Adams. Van Dijk. And Alexander-Arnold. Pinches it off him.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Oh, such a clever touch. Tries a shot! Well, it was a decent attempt in the end.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
And we have our very first corner. Tries a header! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Van Dijk. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Added time.
And he thumps it clear. Couldn't squeeze it through. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Camavinga. He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot could be on. And he's gone looking for safety.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Figo. Oh, it's played into... Oh, what a climb! He scores! Inter are back in business.
Inter clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Hernandez. Well timed, excellent interception. And that has been clubbed away. Busquets. That's a decent clearance. Struck first time. Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Out to the left it goes. Hernandez. Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Inter merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Camavinga. Hernandez. Denilson. Someone who's featured heavily of late, in a good sense, of course. Denilson touches it back.
Not a lot more.
That could spell trouble. Denilson! And that was very necessary.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
There will be 1 minute,
1 minute
time.
to add, according to the board. Oh, they could break here. That's that, the end. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. So it is time to let the... Up he goes! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
That is good alertness. And it's Bernardo Silva. And the finish! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, well played, well played. Bernardo Silva, still goalless. Inter Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Oh, it's come loose. Camavinga. Played long and they could be in here. Neymar. Bernardo Silva. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's certainly onside here. And he's managed to get free. Fiddles it through. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe. He's had a shot. Goal! Atalanta! And Atalanta go in front.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Atalanta have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rice.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Camavinga, one of the standout performers at this moment in time. 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodrigo, and the shot's on here. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, this looks sharp. That's a sharp pass. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He is through here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's got the shot away! Well, now it's... Oh, what has happened here? In he goes again! Has another go! Sticks it away! Inter are back in business! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
1 minute added time.
He's picked his way through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. There's the whistle for half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's
so
one
it's been
each.
even so far. Which
We're
way
back
will
on the
things go
first
in the second
45
half?
minutes.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. The second half then, just getting going.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Scholes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. DiMarco. Nesta deals with that comfortably. Rice. Mbappe is looking to set free a runner. And that is a little undercooked. He's got away. Great chance! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And yes, it's him again. Atalanta go into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And now they can spring out of defence.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
Well, it's good stuff.
Rodrigo! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Inter really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Mbappe. Neymar. Camavinga kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he welcomes it in. Nice ball, and he might be in here. Bernardo Silva. Atalanta can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Mbappe. And here's Neymar.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Mbappe. defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. Oh, here's a chance! And he can clear it away. And smartly reclaimed.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Bernardo Silva. Scholes promptly onto that, and that is that. And he was quick to react. Oh, it's just a little long.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Passes short and sharp.
Atalanta probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Now it's Messi.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's it. Inter Milan perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim.
Well, you know my record in derbies, Peter, but despite all that, it's an experience I savoured. Yes, there's an awful lot of pressure amidst an atmosphere that's as intense as it comes. You've got to deal with that pressure.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, demands something highly charged. Yeah, we all know who's better on paper or in the rankings, but pride and passion can be a great leveler.
Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Atalanta with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Now it's Inzaghi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those highest tempo games.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. So the gloves are off, Jim.
Well, you know my record in derbies, Peter, but despite all that, it's an experience I savoured. Yes, there's an awful lot of pressure amidst an atmosphere that's as intense as it comes. You've got to deal with that pressure.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
Plenty to aim. Now the finish! Atalanta go in front. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So, a breakthrough already. And he welcomes it in. Great chance! And that has fair fizzed. Atalanta with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Neymar goes short. Messi hits one! It's loose now and has a shot! He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Atalanta are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Turns and goes, can he finish? They are rampant! Again, they simply do not know what has hit them. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Inter Milan are 3 down and sinking. Rice. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. So it is time to let them at it.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be...
Real chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mbappe.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
And it's Neymar. Messi. Mbappe. De Ligt does well to get it back.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Now it's Neymar. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. That's a decent clearance. Camavinga.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Scholes. Scholes. Scholes! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Danger averted for now. White does really well to win the ball there. Inter Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Quality ball. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Now it's Mbappe. He won't be happy with that one. Alexander-Arnold. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And he's there to get it away. Rodrigo.
Rodrigo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rodrigo, great defending, strong and determined. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Back into the middle. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Rodri. Now it's Neymar. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that has been clubbed away. He's had it taken off him. Bernardo Silva. Rice. And it's Messi. Mbappe. He's found some space. Mbappe has another go! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet.
So it's been
At the break,
so far.
it's 0-0.
Which way will things go in the second
Any
half?
strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Inter really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do.
He's got tall. Oh, it's come loose. In he goes again. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, his instinct was brilliant, but not the finish.
Camavinga. Mbappe. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That is a great pick out. Atalanta applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here...
Belts one! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Atalanta were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
And it's Messi. Mbappe, great chance! And yes, it's there! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's in on goal! He's gone for goal! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Costa Curta. Just eases him off the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, he's been caught napping! He's had a hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Hernandez. Rodri. And here's Mbappe. And that has put paid to that. Hits one! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Now it's Bernardo Silva. Good read, needed to be.
Inter really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Adams goes on a charge down the left. Oh, there's a probing ball. Atalanta needed that. They really needed it.
Well,
And Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Atalanta have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
It's run loose here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Lacking in accuracy.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.